Narcissistic individuals often give you just enough hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. They will come on strong with those false promises of change, with the future faking of how things will be in the future. If you just hold on a little bit longer, all will be okay. However, with a narcissistic individual, it never seems to work out that way. Narcissistic people often change for the worse. They change their lies, they change the manipulation, they change the people that they are around. They don't change out of their negative, toxic behaviour. That is who they are as a person. They play nice, they act nice in order to get the attention and the validation that they need from you in order to exploit you, but it's not naturally who they are. They will go all out to promise change, and we can often give them chance after chance only to end up regretting the decision that we made. And when it comes to regretting that decision that you made, what you have to be aware of is you made a choice based on the information that you had at that given time, and that was the best choice you made. In hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, once you've got fresh information, you would have made it is a difficult decision. However, you would have made a different decision. It's not easy walking away from narcissistic individuals. It is a difficult decision to walk away from those that you care about, trying to recognize that they genuinely don't care about you. If they loved you in the ways they claim to love you, they wouldn't hurt you in the ways they deny hurting you. They wouldn't treat you in the ways they deny treating you. So a few signs that a narcissistic individual will not change, and any signs that you notice, please do add those into the comments also. One of the first signs is they continue to make excuses and justifications for their negative behaviour. They fail to take responsibility for who they are as a person. It's always someone else's fault or some form of external factor. It's never their fault. They are very resistant to feedback and advice. Now, not many people like unsolicited advice, not many people like unsolicited feedback, and a narcissist will go all out to give you those, to make you feel like you're less of a person than you actually are. Give a narcissistic person some helpful advice, they will go all out to accuse you of trying to hurt them in some way, their projection, because that's what they do to you. Or if they recognise that it is good advice, they will take the credit for it. When they have a history of repeating negative behaviours, when they go all out to look for help, but they only look for help in a manner of exploiting your kindness and your compassion so that they can continue to get away with their behaviour. They don't make any sort of effort to try to change their ways. They look to blame outside situations, and they look to find ways to make you feel sorry for them so that you continue enabling their hurtful behaviour. They use your support and your compassion to manipulate you, to guilt trip you, to make you feel bad, to get you to support them in any way that you can. They will always prioritise themselves over anybody and anything else, including their own children. Unless it's going to make them look good, they will prioritise themselves, and even by making themselves look good, they're prioritising themselves. Yet they will accuse other people of being selfish and not caring about them and not being about them. They lack empathy. When someone lacks empathy, they are very unlikely to change for the better because they have an inability to recognise how their behaviour is hurting you. And if they do have the ability to recognise how their behaviour hurts you and they do not care, you need to get away from that kind of person because they are purposefully. They are intentionally hurting you. With some narcissists, it's instinctively, it's a defense mechanism. With others, it's intentional, and it's coming from a thought process of where they can get you back. Either way, they lack the empathy to care. When someone has that victim mentality, they're less likely to change because they're not going to take responsibility. Now, you're never responsible for somebody else's abusive behaviour towards you. Abuse is abuse. There is no excuse. That is on them, not you. There are plenty of people who have been victimised who don't go around victimising other people. There are plenty of people who have been hurt who don't go around hurting other people. Narcissistic individuals become more bitter and cynical, believe that most people are bad, and go all out to punish other people. And if they get caught out, some will play the martyr of how that other person deserved it in some way, and they will do some of the most horrific things. They have that fixed mindset. They are very resistant to any form of change because they believe they are always right. You need a growth mindset in order to learn new things, take on board new things, and change. Narcissistic individuals are often very resistant to taking on board any form of feedback. They often class it as criticism and go all out to seek to punish you. People often don't change for the better when they go around blaming and shaming everybody else. Again, they don't take responsibility for the part they played. They don't look at themselves. You'll often find with a survivor of a narcissistic relationship, whether you had a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic friend, a narcissistic partner, you question yourself, you overanalyze everything about yourself because you have that growth mindset. You take responsibility for the part you played. When they provoked you and you reacted negatively towards them, you feel bad. You don't think, they deserved it. It was their fault. They provoked me, which technically they did provoke you. They brought the worst out in you. However, you tend to recognise that you've got that side, and you don't want to be around people who are willing to try and bring the worst out in you. You feel remorseful. You try to make it up to them. Narcissistic individuals only make it up to you if they need you so that they can exploit you. So those who go all out blaming all others and failing to take responsibility are very reluctant to change, very resistant to change. Those who use manipulation to control people is who they are. They've learned that this behaviour works for them, and they've got such a defence barrier up that nobody's going to get in to try and help them. You can't save those who are unwilling to save themselves. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. The links for those will be in the description also if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.